This is just general stuff that's helped me in my life. So if it helps you, that's brilliant. Tip number 1, I've got into using focus modes on my phone. So because I'm at the studio, my phone has automatically gone into work focus. In the work focus, I have certain apps up and a certain look to my homepage. If I turn that off, so I'll just go into my normal focus, you can see that I have different apps available. So these are more like the apps that I'd want at home, or if I'm just out and about on a walk or something. So when I go into my work focus, which automatically comes on because I'm here and I connect to the Wi-Fi here, it automatically, I think it's learned that that's where I am. So it means now I've just got like access to my metronome, sound on sound if I want to read that, iReel if I want to do some practice, voice memos because I use that loads if I'm writing tunes, I just jot it down, despite the fact that I'm actually in a recording studio. I know. I find this really cool. It also stops my notifications. So if any of my dodgy mates send me WhatsApp messages that I wouldn't want anyone to see, they're not going to flash up on my phone. I have another focus mode for gigging. So just change this to gigging. And now when I'm in the gigging focus mode, you can see straight away all my apps are there for the IEM apps that we tend to use in the bands. And they're just there straight away so I can grab them. And again, you can customize what notifications you get in each focus mode. If I put it into sleep focus, now nobody can contact me except for my wife. The only person who can actually phone me now is my wife. And you can see, actually, I've had 4 WhatsApp messages that didn't flash up when we were on those other focus modes because I don't want them to. You know, when I'm at work, I don't really want to be distracted by a WhatsApp thread. If I choose to look at WhatsApp, I can see that I've got those messages there. It's just not distracting me while I'm at work. Work mode. So back in work mode, it doesn't even show me that those WhatsApp messages are there. But if I scroll down, they're there on the screen. Buy the fastest computer that you can afford. Ooh, controversial thing to say. Honestly, one of the best things I've ever bought was one of the newer M2 MacBook Pros, and I do all my video editing on it, and it is, no kidding, like 10, 20 times faster than the computer that's at the studio. The computer at the studio is fine for audio and it copes really well with audio, but for editing videos, the laptop's loads quicker, and I've always got it with me as well. It's absolutely amazing. It saves me absolutely tons of time. Life's too short to mess around with slow computers, in my humble opinion. Tip 3. If you're self-employed, get all your business stuff onto one bank account. You don't mess around spending any money that's not on that account. That way, when you come to do your accounts, it'll be dead easy. All you need to do is look at that bank account. If it's gone out of that bank account, it's an expense. If it comes into that account, it's an income. It makes doing your accounts really quick. You can search stuff up. You don't have to spend ages doing your accounts. You don't need to be spending much time doing your accounts. Tip 4. One thing that I've found speeds up my week immeasurably is having a lot of my invoicing on a mail merge system. I did a video about mail merging. I'll put it wherever it is up here. Oh yeah. With a mail merge, it means that when I want to send invoices out, say to my guitar students, just click 2 things basically, and it sends all of those out. It also means that I can send people their times for their lessons. If there's any illnesses in the family or anything like that and I have to take a day off, again, don't have to copy and paste the same email. I can actually send personalized emails with the people who it needs to be addressed to. And it's a really, really quick thing to do. It takes a little bit of stress out of situations like that as well. Mail merge is amazing. I would definitely get into it. If you've got any sort of mailing list or like that for your fan base as well, it's another great way of doing it. You know, you can have your mail merge stuff and then you can send personalized emails out to your fans. So check that video out. It's a good little video, that. Save your mixer presets in your digital mixer. It sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. And you get to the desk and the desk isn't set up ready to go. Things aren't named. You can have all of that stuff saved, ready to go. You can get your compression settings. If you've got a digital mixer, get all your compression and your voice that you know works on your voice set correctly. Or if you've got a band with multiple singers, then actually save channel strips for each singer. And then when that singer's on the gig, you load that channel strip. It makes it so much quicker to do. If you've got a room that's particularly problematic, so like some of these rooms with limiters that are built in, or a room that has really challenging acoustics, again, you could save the mixer settings from that, and then you can open that scene when you're in that problematic venue the next time, and you're good to go. All you need to do really is bang them in a folder somewhere and then just open that scene when you get to that venue. This one's been a big one for me. Delineate your email addresses. So if you've got a couple of different wings to your operation, which most musicians do, have an email address that's just for one type of thing. So let's say that you do some guitar teaching and you also gig, and maybe you do a little bit of photography. It's quite common for people to have these sort of slash careers where they're doing lots of different things. If you have different email addresses for each thing, that means that when you are addressing something for a particular line of your work, you know which inbox to look in, which inbox to search in. So for me, I have email address for the studio, I have an email address for my guitar students, and then I have some general email addresses. Prioritize exercise. This is something that I learned a few years ago and then forgot, and then have relearned again fairly recently. I find that if I exercise, I seem to have more energy for what I'm doing, particularly if I exercise early in the day. I know my mate Ben Williams was saying that he thought that one of the keys to happiness was just doing exercise first thing in the morning. You tend to find that when you do some exercise that you've got more energy and that you get more done in the day. So despite the fact that you're taking time out of your schedule to do the exercise, it seems to feel like you have more time when you do the exercise. Weird, isn't it? Do things as soon as you can. So for me, I would prefer to finish a job and stay an extra hour whilst I'm doing it and I'm in that mindset than to stop at say 7 p.m. and go home and then come back the next day, and then I'm scratching my head trying to work out what I was doing. If something can be done at the time, I would get it done at the time. And then the next day, maybe you've got time for a day off, which is my next tip really, which is that I found it really productive taking days off. When I was younger, I never used to take any days off at all. I was just constantly working on one thing or another. And now I actually take days where I do very little to do with music. You know, I go to my allotment, I work on stuff there. I don't feel guilty for it at all because I realise that I'm actually going to get more done by feeling fresher and understanding myself better from having just taken time to go for a walk, maybe watch some telly, whatever. Time off's good. So actually having more time by dossing about? No. But yeah, as long as it's what you wanted to do, as long as you're not procrastinating and messing around. If you're busy all the time, if you're working 6 days a week, having that 7th day off is fine, isn't it? Please do give the video a like. I hope this isn't too controversial, what I'm saying, not ruffle too many feathers. Do subscribe to the channel. I've got lots of content about my SSL Excel desk and the recording studio. I've been doing some vlogs of recording sessions, just general stuff, looking around the sort of studio, which we can do now, and some of the gear that I've got. If there's anything that you want me to do content about, please let me know in the comments below. In addition to having a decent computer, I would say having a decent phone's been pretty cool. This phone I replaced fairly recently and it's been awesome. The camera's better on it, everything's better on it, it's just quicker. Yeah, I like having it, it's good.